Hey guys, this is Faster U4 brought to you by FitLab, Tailwind Nutrition, Biomax and Camping Cycles. If you're a cyclist and you want to go faster, then let's giddy up. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Faster U4 by FitLab, Tailwind Nutrition, Biomax and Camping Cycles. Hey, today I wanted to test out how much fluid, how much water weight you actually lose if you when you're riding, which I know a simple Google search will reveal the answer, but I wanted to actually find out for myself, weigh it and check, and sort of validate it for myself based on the conditions for me personally, my weight and things. So I did. So this morning, you can see here, I wanted to normalize or control for a few factors so we could get a good idea. So I wanted to normalize the time. So 1 hour on the turbo trainer here. Ambient temperature about 18 degrees. The temperature with the fan on in front of me to simulate the air was about 2 to 3 degrees lower than that. Okay, and you can see here I just had a nice 5-minute warm-up, warm down, and in the middle there was chopping out an EP 253. And you can see that I was spending some time in my low endurance zone there with some anaerobic bursts once per 5 minutes for 10 seconds. So those are the conditions, and that's sort of analogous to what you might have on an average day riding outside. You know, even in a race, if you're sitting in the bunch, you might be about that sort of level. So I weighed myself and controlled for a few factors as well. So start weight. And I'm just going to go there, guys. Stark naked. Picture that. In my bathroom, standing in my bathroom, start weight, 80.6 kilos. Then we rode. I took on 300 grams of water in the time I was riding because I didn't want to be super dry. Obviously, I could just weigh that and normalize for that. So I've done that. So I did, and at the end of the 1 hour, I went back, scales in exactly the same place. I didn't shift them. Everything was controlled. Naked again, just towed off any excess sweat that might be sitting on the surface of my skin. And we had 80.1. So that's a 500 gram loss, but if you account for the extra 300 grams of fluid, that's an 800 gram loss of fluid. So 800 grams or 800 mils of fluid, pretty much a gram is equal to a milliliter. So 800 mils. So the other thing I thought I would check, and you know, I don't know any other way to put this, so I'm just going to lay it out there, was having a wee, because not only are you losing fluid through perspiration, but you're going to be losing fluid through your kidneys. And so I did. So I got off the scales, did what I needed to do, jumped back home, 79.9. So an extra 200 grams of fluid through the tubing. So in other words, we can add on that. So that's 1 kilo in total when you account for the water taken on during the ride. So the entire fluid loss is around 1 kilo or 1,000 liters, or as we like to say everywhere outside of the USA, 1 liter. So your standard drink bottle is 750 mils, 750. Your little ones can sometimes be 500. So my rule of thumb has always been to try to take on 1 bottle per hour, and I wanted to see how close that was to replacing or not replacing my fluid loss. And you know, I've got to say, in hot conditions or working at a higher rate than that, you know, I'm probably actually going to be losing north of a litre per hour, and I have cramped in the past, and I think that's partly why some people run out of energy and cramp. Sometimes they don't drink enough. So I guess this is something to take out of it. It might be trying to drink a little bit more. There is a problem with that, of course, which is you drink bottles 750 mils. Well, you know, you can drink more than that, but you can only hold 2 750 ml bottles. It's not as convenient a measure. One thing you can do is you can go to here's something quick and dirty I do is I'll go to the supermarket and buy those pump bottles or something like that, which are a litre, and they have the same diameter pretty much as a regular bottle. And you can just put like a top, the regular sort of top on, screw them on. You can get one from a 750 ml bottle or something like that if it doesn't have one of those ones you can open with your teeth on it, and use a litre bottle. So say if you were racing 2 hours, it was hard in the heat, 2 to 2.5. Yeah, I think lesson to take out of that is I'm actually going to bump it up to a litre per hour now. And I think that's going to help with cramping. And I think, you know, probably for someone who's smaller, and if you're not working at as high a rate as that, obviously your needs are going to reduce. But for an 80 kilo dude operating in the middle of his aerobic zone with some sprints in there at an average temperature about 18 degrees, something like that, you're going to be looking at around a litre an hour. So those are nice little round numbers to think of. Maybe a little bit less for some, a little bit more for others. I suspect most people on average drink less than that. And that could actually have something to do with why they feel like they don't perform so well sometimes in races, especially near the end. Could be a lack of fluid. As you guys know, my favourite is the green tea blast from Tailwind. If you haven't tried it, you can buy it online, tailwind.co.nz. That has the correct mix of fructose, glucose, and electrolytes for the perfect replacement. And there's actually a really good paper, you can just Google it. I'll probably put a link to it in the notes. But with the scientific basis for the actual ingredients mixture in Tailwind from the scientist who created it in the States. So I'll put a link to that in the notes. Okay, so there you go. 80 kilo dude, regular ride. Yeah, go for a litre an hour. That was an interesting little experiment to find out for myself. You see, it's good to know these things for yourself. Okay, thanks guys for watching. This is First You Fool, brought to you by Tailwind Nutrition. By Max Capital Circles, FitLab. If you'd like a coaching plan from me, you can email me, steve@fitlab.co.nz. Visit our website, fitlab.co.nz, and keep an eye out because something new is coming to the website very shortly, and we're also going to have 2018 kit dropping shortly. Keep an eye on that for that on the website. All right, talk soon, guys. Thanks. Thanks for watching / listening to Faster You Fall, brought to you by FitLab, Capital Cycles, Tailwind Nutrition, and Biomaxa. If you'd like to get in touch for a coaching program or testing, you can get hold of me, steve@fitlab.co.nz, or go to fitlab.co.nz. Talk soon, guys.